All right. Thank you, Mr. O'Neill, and thank you all so much for joining us this event this evening. This is special, you guys. We're here in Newport. What a beautiful view we had as we watched the sunset this evening, and I just wanted to point that out. My name's Jackson Baugh. I'm a senior at Pacifica. I've been attending for all 4 years, and I've enjoyed every second of it. It's such a special place. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity to join a few people tonight in welcoming Dr. Victor Davis Hanson to this event. He's a man of great intellect and of great virtue, and he's a character that stands out today. Wow, okay, so this has been quite a unique year, 2020. I don't think any of us are doubting that. An election year, a global pandemic, that's a big one. Tensions are rising socially in all different facets of our life. No one could have seen this coming. And it actually reminds me of a shirt I found. It's a Back to the Future reference. I have the shirt here, and I'll read it for all of us in case you can't read it. It's Doc addressing Marty. This isn't canon, so forgive it, but it's okay. It says, "Marty, whatever happens, don't ever go to 2020. Now, I'll come back to that in just a second. I think it's actually quite relevant. But first, I'm so excited that Dr. Hanson's here tonight. It's such a special treat, and in my opinion, Dr. Victor Davis Hanson is actually the best fitting guest that this program will ever host. It's a big statement, but I truly believe that. And I'll tell you why. It's because the TGC, this cornerstone element of our community here, is where education and history and the issues that we face today come to a confluence. Okay, and both Victor Davis Hanson and the Pacifica curriculum emphasize things like the classics and history, the importance of virtue, intellectual consistency, and intellectual hospitality, and that's just to name a few. You see, and this is what ties back to what we spoke about just moments ago with the Back to the Future shirt. That thing's awesome, I really can't. But I'd actually like to suggest to you all that we can hop in a sort of metaphorical DeLorean, this time-traveling device. But here's the kicker. No one knows how to do that better than Dr. Hanson here. Yeah. And we too are learning how to drive that thing at Pacifica. There's a word that beautifully embodies that idea. That word's context. You see, at Pacifica, we learn to not be ignorant, but rather to be informed. It's usually better. We do this junior year in our European ethics and politics class. We got E. Balmer in here somewhere. Senior year, our faith and culture classes with the Reverend Stratton. We talk about history, but more importantly, we talk about the implications of flawed thought. When I say that, I'm talking about postmodernism, Marxism, communism, socialism. History proves these things do not work, yet they permeate in political conversations to this day. Context. You see, context is everything. Because when we have context, we realize, for example, these aren't actually unprecedented times. I think that's an ignorant statement. We hear that word thrown around a lot, but instead, let's look back to 1918. Hop in that DeLorean. The Spanish flu, a global pandemic, took countless lives. These times aren't unprecedented. So I choose to have context. Step out of a bubble of ignorance. Because with context, we can know the truth, and with truth, we can know the path forward. Just the other day, Dr. Hanson had an interview. He discussed the American Revolution and its values, and the French Revolution and its values. We're at a crossroads, and we have a choice to make in this country. The question is, will we pursue liberty and freedom as our forefathers bravely did, the American experiment, this beautiful idea? Or, as the French did, will we pursue some sort of equality and fraternity that we already know doesn't work? It seems silly, but this is a very important question. And it's a difficult question, but luckily for us, I'd like to propose that Dr. Hanson has the answer to that question. Now, to introduce our special guest, I want to invite up a great friend of the family and a great mentor to me, and very possibly one of the most well-read and hardworking men I've ever met. Please welcome to the podium, Mr. David Hanson.